Someone recently in London just got charged with an offence that hasn't been used since the 1890s. That's designed for driving carriages. So, he was cycling and hit a woman and killed her.
Oh yeah!
And so the charge, if you were in a car, would be death by dangerous driving. But that has to be in a motorised vehicle. There isn't an easy equivalent for a non-motorised vehicle. So the crime he ended up being charged with was wanton or furious driving. That's the actual phrasing of it. It's driving in a sense of like carriage driving.
Yeah.
But it's the only thing that's essentially dangerous driving in a non-mechanised vehicle. But like when you hear the charge, it just sounds archaic.
Definitely.
And yeah, no one's been convicted of it in like 400 years. Not 400 years, but a long time. Because 400 years would be ridiculous.
Oh, he was Catalan.
Yeah, famously. Oh, the fucking Sagrada Familia's in Barcelona! Capital of Catalonia, but you knew that, of course.
Of course.
Yeah. What's the actual capital of Spain? Oh my god.
Madrid?
Yes. But no, yeah, Barcelona is the largest city in Catalonia. So it's a big Catalan thing. They love that, Gaudi. The Parc Güell is the thing that he designed. I had to write a report on him for A-level Spanish.
To be fair, I'd claim him if I could.
Yeah. We had a sculpture in my school playground that was inspired by him. It was an alligator that was like covered in like, but it was done as like a mosaic of like little mirrored tiles. It was like his kind of style because there's right. If you search,
I'm still trying to find out how he died.
Right,
to make sure.
Can I borrow that? No. Okay, I'll show you this thing in a second, but then you can take over the game briefly while I show you some art.
Is this art that definitely wasn't in a posh school?
Well, I mean, it's just a fucking thing in the playground, wasn't it? The kids made. Right, what have you found?
That he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, including die. So, how did that happen? Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Shot the sentry! Off! Sorry, that was loud.
My goodness.
Oh, no, I've got another ball. Nailed it.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh. Come on. Nope. Bollocks.
Yeah,
Come on,
still
how do you
wasn't
die?
bad. I'm trying.
It'll have a section marked death. It's Wikipedia.
Apparently not.
Yeah, it will. Just go below personal life until personal death. That's what I say. Fucking legacy, innit? Or something like that. After his death, right. Okay, I'll go into looking this. You're playing Splorkan because he's
Oh, God.
fucking book. She, even. Apparently it's a female.
She.
Death, there you go. Taking his daily... Right, you play the game. I'm reading out.
Dude, the fountain stone of success is to wear the spendacular shirt. What the actual piss? Alright then.
Yeah, this one appears to be bowling themed. Right, okay, he wasn't... See, I knew this part of it. He wasn't looking back at his work, he was going for a walk.
Okay.
But then, yeah, he was struck by a passing tram, so like streetcar thing.
Oh, tram.
And was lost consciousness. Assumed to be a beggar because of his lack of identity documents and shabby clothing, he didn't receive immediate aid. By the time anyone
Jesus.
recognised him, he was basically dead. But I was going to find the... Ooh, that sounded good.
It did. Unfortunately, it was shite.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, such is life.
Where's the fucking alligator? Gallery of images. Where are you, fucking alligator? Where are you?
That did not go where I was expecting it to.
I agree.
Hey,
I didn't go where I was expecting either.
you're not even looking at it.
I can see the whole fucking thing.
That's a lie.
Crocodile. Is it a crocodile or an alligator? I don't care.
Oh my god, that was disappointing. I think it's safe to say we figured out why I don't play this game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey!
You sit there and give me shit.
That's my job.
Hey.
It is.
Nah, it's...
Meh.
There we go. Right. You're off the game. This fucker. So it's like made of a mosaic of little tiles. I'll put a photo of it up. So remember, Doctor, put a photo of the Park Güell alligator chameleon thing up. But yeah, we had one. It was just like a little crocodile, maybe about like a couple of feet long. But it was like, yeah, covered in like that mosaic thing that everyone in the school got to just like decorate a mosaic.
Like the tail.
But no, you made one. You made one in art lessons that was like, what, inch squared, and you were given like a large scale colour that it had to be. Mm-hmm. So like bluey or greeny or reddy or something like that, and then they were all stuck together to make them. It's quite cool.
Awesome. So, did you, like, fire them and cast them and slip them and everything yourself? Oh, no.
Painted it.
Oh.
I actually do art.
That's a shame. Pottery is actually loads of fun.
Oh, no, I enjoyed it. But no, we're not... Art was another one of those subjects that was, in a lot of ways, weirdly like PE. Hold with me on this. In terms of, if you were identified by the teacher as good at it, you got to do all the cool shit. If you weren't, you didn't. So yeah, like if the PE teacher didn't like you, you got bummed in the changing room. No, you can't.
No, that's only in Ireland.
No, that's in this country too.
Don't do Oh my god, some of the true crime stuff I've been listening to.
Jesus, right? No,
like people.
No.
who taught PE.
Yeah, and then buggered the students. Yes,
honestly, it's usually they did horrifying other things. They just also were PE teachers.
PE teachers are always fucking weird. Actually, they're not always weird, because my aunt's one and she's relatively normal. But
as far as you know.
As far as I know, yeah, she could be a pedo.
Or just bonkers.
That too. Always possible.
How do you just... Oh.
Because I'm good, right? See, look at that. Wasn't even fucking talking shit and I still did it. I played a lot of this game, Sprite. Do you know how much of this game... Yes, you do, because you sat here the whole fucking time. You know how much of this game I've played while sitting and talking bollocks.
It might surprise you, but I generally have more interesting to listen to, like, true crime.
Oh, if you want, I can wire that into the fucking soundboard so we can listen to that while we play. I'm not doing it. Before, I'm just gonna actually nip that one in the bud.
I'm getting the feeling you don't like true crime stuff.
I don't get it. It just seems like you're just depressing yourself.
Some of it's depressing, like listening to the girl who was...
People are fucked up.
Do you know what? That is fascinating and horrifying, but it's not as bad as listening to people who, I'm not saying like police are inept, it's really difficult to do what they do and having the paperwork and everything, and I really get it in a lot of the cases is that they have so many checks they have to go through that when you're doing things...
That really sounds like an I'm not racist, but continue. What was that line recently in Game of Thrones? When someone makes a comment like that, you can pretty much ignore everything they say before. Everything before but is bullshit.
I understand how it happens, but it is very difficult to understand how you can interview someone or be monitoring them because they're a registered sex offender, or interview them 8 times, 9 I think it was, 9, before you realise, hang on, they actually are. They've got a girl locked in his shed. We've had a tag on him for years, we've been checking out his property for years, we had him in prison for a month. But he still had a girl locked in the shed.
Well, while he was in prison?
Yeah. Jesus His wife kept her.
Right, see, that's an interesting one, kind of. What leads to fucking, like, husband and wife psychopath combos? Especially,
She definitely wasn't. She was essentially battered isn't the right word, but she was emotionally disturbed and needy. So she did what he needed.
Right. Were fucking
Ian Brady.
Were they a couple?
They were a couple. The problem is she is treated as worse than him, and it's a really interesting one because she lured the kids. The kids got in the car because she asked and she was alone. But she never partook of the actual killings or anything. And it's this weird thing of, I'm not saying she's innocent. This is not some kind of, she's an innocent flower and you're also, this is very much, I find it really interesting that everyone knows who Myra Hindley is. A lot of people don't know who Ian Brady is.
Really? Yeah. I would say it's pretty... if I'm honest. So I would partly agree with your point. I would say I know of them well enough, but certainly in my head, so I only really, it was just before my time, as in like, I was alive when it was happening, but like I wasn't like school age, so it wasn't something I was aware of being a thing. But until recently when Ian Brady died, he did die recently? I think he did.
I think so.
Yeah. Certainly it was only recent there was some discussion of Ian Brady if he must have died.
I think he was being released for...
I think he's been released and then died anyway. Yeah. But yeah, I always thought it was generally agreed that like she was more responsible. And I kind of never really questioned that until, very recently. I just always, that was what I heard, that she was the fucked up intellect behind it.
Yeah, no, it was his interests, his urges. And it's a really complicated one. How do you end up being someone who enables someone to kill others?
I mean, that's more than enabling what she was doing, you could argue.
No, she was enabling.
Enabling is, I think of as being like not shutting down that kind of behaviour. She was not just doing that, she was like actively helping.
Enabling is helping.
I feel like that's helping.
Okay, well, fine, she was helping. But I do understand how some people do it. I don't know enough about Mara Hindley. She doesn't have much interest to me, personally. But some of them are really fascinating. So your man who kept this girl, he was a registered sex offender. He had been in prison for like 6 years for locking a girl in a car, raping her for like 6 hours, getting interrupted by police, and then she runs out being like, help me. And he was given a jail sentence of like 60 years, and he was out in 6. For some reason, I can't quite remember why. And it's just really fascinating. And he found basically a very emotionally disturbed woman who was very much, she just wanted to be a good wife. And that's not really a fair phrase, because she wanted to pretend she was a good wife, but she didn't really do anything. She certainly was... did not provide...
Sorry, I was listening. That was bullshit.
That was hilarious. She didn't provide her wifely duties, which is why she agreed to him having... a 9-year-old in the shed. But the problem is, he was literally on parole for this entire time. He skipped town, went out, didn't check in with his parole officer, and everyone just sort of went, well, you know, he's just kind of hanging around. Got his own business. Yeah, awesome. Got his own business, started, you know, going off to little jaunts around the place, even when he had a tag on him that told them that he wasn't in the state anymore. All this stuff.
State? Was this in the US?
I can't remember. It was either Australia or US.